All right, part two. This laptop is so sensitive. I just got it and I tried to hit the pause button. I hit the stop button. So if you have not watched part one of this message, please go back and watch part two. Part one, so you will understand where we're picking up at with part two. So part two here is the card that came out was dependent. All right. And what it says is you can fully come into your power if you rely on others. You can't fully come into your power if you rely on others for financial support. And this is the energy that I was picking up, like someone doesn't want a handout. Okay. And maybe rightfully so. I feel like, again, this pressure of go get a job is designed, if you allow it, to push you to stay maybe the course of what you are doing and what you are working on. Someone wants you to be dependent. You don't want to be dependent, whether it is through someone you know offering you a job, or whether it's just outside people outside of you asking you to go get a job or saying you should go get a job. That's casting a certain doubt, right? They're trying to get you to doubt your creative endeavor. Okay. We have freedom of time. hmm You're worried about whether you're going to have the time to do what it is you want to do. Tell me more. What will be the course of action, or what will be the outcome if if someone in the collective who reverberates with this message, if they stay the course on what they're working on? Ooh, empowerment. Wow, empowerment. Are you ready to fully step into your power and accept all the responsibility that comes with it? I feel like there's going to be a sense of being empowered, okay? Because you're ready for what you're working on. You're ready for the abundance that's going to come with that. I feel like you have prepared yourself, which is why you are staying the course, because you see that it's going to lead you to a certain abundance, a certain lifestyle that maybe others will not have, because they're going their way. You go your way, you follow your path, and it empowers you, right? If you go the way they want to go, then it further empowers them, right? And it depowers you, disempowers, I think is how I'm supposed to say that. It disempowers you because you know you're kind of you're kind of putting someone else at the steering wheel of your destiny and future. I have an artist here. Somebody wants you to walk away from what you're creating. Mm, reckless. They're saying you may be reckless, that you have obligations, that if you love me, you will do this my way, or I don't know what this is. There is a decision definitely here. There's a decision here, okay? To trust the creator, to trust yourself as the creator of your destiny, of your reality. And maybe, yes, this job would allow you to, or getting a job would allow you to do other things, but will that be fulfilling for you? Competition. Why is this showing up, Spirit? Remember that there is no competition if you are truly original. Wow. Clarify competition. Research. Before you make your next move, it is important to do some exploratory research so you know all the possible paths you you can take. Now we're going to see, hopefully, if Spirit allows us to see, what is the course of action that the divine should take. What is the course of action? Let's see. Mm-mm. Let me use this one. What is the course of action? What is being advised here? Should the divine take the job? Or should they stay the course of following their creative endeavor, their manifestations for their life? What is the course of action? Ooh, prickly situation. Okay. You need both tact and diplomacy to reach your goals. The struggle is worth the prize. Work around the issue and use a gentle touch. Then we have rewards. You are cashing in on all the good work you've done. Raises, bonuses, and prosperity are coming in. Keep going and keep growing. Mm. Tell us more. We have manifestation, manifesting. Something's manifesting for you. Authority. Clashes with the boss or a challenge to your power will compel you to respond. Choose peaceful solutions. So, first off, don't argue with nobody. Don't then improve. Keep your head down, stay focused on what you're doing. Okay. Um, I'm not really feeling a compromise. I feel like someone wants you to compromise. Compromising is not always a bad thing, but if it's about compromising what you feel is your destiny, if it's about compromising what you feel works for you, if it's about compromising what you love and what you're passionate about for financial, tangible gain so someone else can feel secure, it is more of a question as to whether does this individual or these people on the outside looking in, do they really support what you're doing? That's really for me, that would be the greater question, because then that determines who I need to have around me, whether I need to make an actual change as to who I allow in my presence. Because when you are working towards your destiny, having the proper people around you is important. And if that means having no one around you, at least not those people, may sometimes be the choice that needs to be made. Sometimes the choice is not whether I need to go do what they're asking me to do. Maybe I need to remove myself from their presence so I can continue to go the way that the Creator has given me to go. Right? Um, there comes a point where, especially as a creative, where you do have to remove the plan B, the plan C, the plan D. You have to focus on plan A so you can attentively, because when you're attentive to plan A, then you have the time to focus on plan A, because you don't have all these other irons in the fire. You're focused on one way, you're focused on what feels true to you, what is right for you. And so sometimes it may be a question, divine, about whether you need to allow this individual or these individuals to even know what it is you're doing. Maybe there needs to be more solitude around you. Okay. Because what I'm seeing here is that the advice is to stay in your seat of authority over your life. There's going to be some rewards that's going to come out of what it is you have determined you want to do, even though you're like this rose that is growing with all of these thorns surrounding it. Tell us more. What is the advice? Innovation. hmm You need to come up with new strategies to keep your plans in motion. Old ways are outdated. Invent, create, and test ideas. Okay. You're creating something here for yourself, but in order for you to create it, you are going to have to make the decision to hold your space, to hold your energy. Looking. They're watching. They're watching you create something. All right. Clarify the innovation and the looking together relationships here. Mm. Roll the dice. Someone is watching you do, someone is watching you unconventionally, untraditionally manifest. They're watching you create your reality. They're watching you take a certain risk, to take a certain gamble on yourself. Time to put yourself out there. You are hiding your talents, and it's time to take a risk and step into the spotlight now. I don't know where you are with what you're creating, but if you haven't released it, or if you haven't fully stepped in, if you haven't found the strategy to make it work in a sense of it now is not okay, this is my creative passion. This is what I'm creating. This is what I'm manifesting. Um, if you haven't yet structured it in a way that it can also take care of your financial needs, it's time to do that. Or you could be at the phase of this where you are doing that. Progress. You're making something work, and it's progressing. It's definitely going to progress. It's definitely going to move in your favor. And these individuals, or this individual, is going to have to, they're going to have to eat their own words. And I'm not saying that they're speaking maliciously or negatively, or they have malicious intent behind maybe trying to push you towards getting a traditional job. But what I'm saying is that when, as you are manifesting this for yourself, they're still going to have to eat their own words, because ultimately it is coming from them doubting what it is you're doing. That is going to work out for you, but you're not doubting that. So this is outside pressure. Hmm. Education. What is this education? You may need to take a class or do some research. This is the second time research has shown up, to find better position, or you may find yourself writing a book or teaching others. There's something you're going to be able to teach people about this whole process. There's something you're going to be able to at least share that's going to help other people about this whole process that you've gone through. Give me more on education and research. Answers. Yep. You're going to be able to help others in the long run, not just by way of what it is specifically that you're creating, but you're going to be able to help other creatives know how to navigate their needs financially, that learning curve when they're going towards what they love, and the sacrifice that it takes, and how to overcome when there are outside pressures or people looking at you like, what are you doing? You need to work. Like, how are you going to do this? How are you going to do that? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing it? Like, you're going to have the answers that is going to further be able to be something outside of the very thing that you're working on. The path, the strategy is also going to be able to be monetized in the future as well. Okay. So you're going to be able to, if you choose to monetize that, the whole strategy itself. Okay. The experience, how to get out of, I saw the trapped card, how to get out of the trap of money matters. right? How to commit long term to not just money, but to freedom. Freedom. And the difference between having your needs and necessities met because you're willing to work on a job, or you're working on a job, and that may be okay for some people. For some people that works, but we're talking about creatives here. So a creative, eh, that may not work. Someone who has an entrepreneurial spirit, that may not work. And so there's a certain freedom, a certain bold action that they are going to need to take, that you're taking right now. And outside of what it is you're actually working on, you will be able to help other people, and other people will see value in you having this wisdom of how to go towards what you love, and not just allow yourself to be enslaved to money matters, to outside forces. Mhm. People who come in and want to say you need a real job, you need honest work, because that's the drama that a lot of creatives go through when they're in a building phase, right? That's the drama. Honest work. You need to be working. You got to work. You got to work. You got to work. That's the drama. This outside force about work. Something's beginning for you. This is a new beginning. Tell me about this new beginning. It's time to cut ties. That's what spirit is saying. You need to begin to cut ties, divine. Okay? That's what I was picking up. Maybe this is not so much of whether you should take the job, but this is more so much about whether you should continue to allow these people to have access to you while you're in this creating phase. There's a new life here. There's success here for you if you stay the course. So you may need to evaluate your friendships, the people around you, the people you have in your life. If they're not cheering you on, and especially when we're talking about something that is it's something you love, it's something you're passionate about. It's not only something you love, but it is clear and evident that this is what you're called to do. If you don't have people around you, or the people around you are not cheering you on, then they are the wrong people to have around you. You haven't found your soul tribe yet. Move them people out of the way, make some space, and then while you're manifesting this beautiful future, this beautiful reality, this beautiful destiny, then that those spaces that these other people are holding can be filled with people who are part of your soul tribe, who are aligned with you. Okay. All right, collective. This has been the message. Let me know how it reverberated for you. Thank you again for being here with me. If you need a personal reading to look any more deeper into this scenario, into this energy, the link is in the description. Okay, it'll take you to my website, and you can book there, and we can do a deeper dive. All right. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.